this series, I will be reviewing Magiranger, the Japanese counterpart to Power Rangers Mystic Force. It is also intended to help raise awareness about my GoFundMe. If you donate to it, you will be helping me build a studio so I can produce better content for you. And if you're wondering, Beauty Baba Yaga, what do you mean by produce better content? Well, let's just look at the last video. What are these weird yellow spots? Come in closer. I'm gonna take you behind the curtain on a little secret. Or more accurately, behind the green screen. There's a window back here. Now for some real gritty footage. This is my green screen setup. I keep my green and blue screens folded in the same closet as my other sheets. Well, I mean, wadded. So when I get my green screen out to hang it, I have clips set up, one attached to this bookshelf, and the other one attached to a bent wire I have hooked into the heating vent in my ceiling. So if I want to film at any time other than night, which is really inconvenient scheduling-wise, the window presents a real problem. I cover it with a blanket, but sometimes the light still comes through and then messes up my ability to key out the green screen. So I hang this up like a total derp, and then I have to push this table out of the way so the corner's not in the frame. This is a folding table I bought so I could keep it tucked away most of the time and only get it out when I have like sewing projects or other things that I need to work on. This table has been permanently set up here for the last month. And those are just two of the ways in which having a studio with things like a desk and a permanent green screen would dramatically improve my ability to schedule and produce content. Let's go talk about wizards now. Did that plant just eat that dude? Major Flash Gordon vibes. I mean, I know Super Sentai's a lot more severe than Power Rangers, but
I think that guy might really be dead.
My DVD has Saturday morning cartoon commercials on it. The oldest brother continues to be my favorite. I'm really loving all this magic stuff. It's great world building. I love seeing all the fun little effects when they're in the secret room. What kind of person just pulls a plant out of a pot like that? Like, I know who raised you, but like, who raised you? He's a mandrake root. I knew I was gonna love this puppet. Puppet song time! Again with the necklaces. Were they selling these when this show aired in Japan? And do they sell them now? Because I still want one. I love the brothers fighting over who's gonna do the morph call, or I guess henshin call, because Super Sentai's established enough that they can play with their own tropes. The audience knows one person is supposed to be in front, so the fact that they're like running and trying to push each other out of the way is very good. This is adorable and hilarious. Oh, he really hit him! You do not often see like fist-to-face contact in children's shows. Okay, sure, magic, but like, what are these hanging from?
There goes the Spider-Man!
My favorite character is back! I love them. Her. Them. Bro, why are you harassing the plant? Like, you're gonna rip his roots out of the dirt. You could seriously hurt him. What is Kai's problem with this plant? I really love the scene after the stone spell got broken on the sister because Kai expresses a lot of emotion, hugging her and crying. And as an American, I don't get to see a lot of men expressing emotion in my media because toxic masculinity is so bad here. And I know that, you know, every society has their own issues, and I'm sure that there are different issues in Japan. But obviously expressing emotion is not quite as bad as it is in America. So I personally really enjoyed seeing him care so much about her. And it felt like really great development for their relationship and for that character. First, Megazord transformation! And they don't explain the chess piece thing any better in the source material than they do in Mystic Force, which was honestly disappointing. I was expecting it to make sense. That's what she said! I'm 12. I really love that all of the wizards have different specialty abilities, and that the blue wizard's power is divination. The introduction of the crystal ball as a plot device was something I was really excited about, except in the first episode, it was really like point and click, like, here's what's happening, here's where it's happening, now go do the thing. So I loved the second time they used it, that they took it back to much more of like a metaphorical thing. She sees a leafy bug, and the brother's like, those are bugs that disguise themselves. So obviously the monster's in disguise, and then they have to figure this whole thing out. I enjoy mysteries a lot, so that gave it kind of a mystery vibe, which was really fun for me. I also think that audience interaction is a lot better when you're working through something instead of just like showing it, and it gives the characters a lot more opportunity to like play off of each other. So I'm really excited for them to use the crystal ball in future episodes. Somehow I didn't notice her silver skirt until just now, and now I'm upset that I'm dressed as the Blue Ranger because that silver skirt rules. She turned into a fan again, and they're like puppeting the fan, but it doesn't have any moving parts. They're just kind of like wiggling it like, oh my god, the radio getting embarrassed. I wasn't sold on her shape-shifting to begin with, but now I'm here for it, man. Like, this is brilliant.
ねえ見てママ、あの人ポストと喋ってるよ。ダメ、指差しちゃいけません。ほら、行きましょう。
Oh no, is this gonna be the classic, like, Clark Kent, Ladybug, your crush falls for your alter ego?
何、もっと好きな人ができちゃったの。私を怪物から助け出してくれたあの人。
すぐにここから離れるんだ。
Called it, but seriously, it's a really fun trope, so I hope she's in it again.
よくも私の可愛いペットを。ペット。
I feel genuinely bad for them that their pet got killed. And this could be because I like them so much, but that's just sad. I love every moment that Nai and Mei are on screen. That was the best facial expression ever. He's like, oh, holy shit, they blew up Purple Wizard. And all it took for him to get more interesting was for him to die. It was so simple. Hell yeah! Nai and Mei in the credits. Do all the credit scenes. I mean, I love the puppet, but I've moved on.
ここだけ真似しないの。もう。
Metalhead Man has some serious anger management issues.
ナイスな歌を聴かせながら育てたバナナ。歌がナイスじゃないと怒って葉っぱに殴られることがあるので要注意で。
Hell yeah, I love a dream episode. Yellow Wizard demonstrating exactly what it's like to have a lucid dream. They all do the checkmate thing. It's so cute, it's like a little family calling card. Mind games. Are they in the afterlife because the dream disappeared and that's really their mom, or are they still inside Kai's head and that's a dream version of what Kai imagines their mom would say? On this episode of Magiranger, the Blue Ranger's terrible crack addiction. That's what she said. I really am 12. I was expecting this show to develop all of the characters equally, but it's become very obvious that Kai is the main character. Because out of the 5 episodes that I just watched, 4 of them were about him developing a relationship with one of his siblings, and none of them developing relationships with each other. It was he and the Green Ranger have to figure out who's going to be the leader. The Blue Ranger is upset that he doesn't pay attention to his surroundings. The Pink Ranger is trying to help him with his date. And the Yellow Ranger has to learn to have a better relationship with him and have a better understanding of him. So I'm a little disappointed that it's not more of an ensemble thing. I mean, it's still an ensemble cast, but they definitely have a distinct main character. Okay, but like it really creeps me out at the end of every episode where the potted plant flies in front of the moon. Did someone throw him? Because I'm worried the pot's gonna break. Or can he fly, which is not normal behavior for a plant. And now, fun facts with the comments section. A lot of people mentioned that the shot I really like from the opening theme with their capes all blowing in the wind was actually filmed in New Zealand. which has really big, like, small world, everything's connected vibes, because Mystic Force, which would go on to adapt footage from Magiranger, filmed in New Zealand. Apparently, Super Sentai end themes were designed for karaoke night, which makes so much sense because the opening theme is more of a plot-explaining song, and the end theme is just straight up a banger. Also, it makes so much sense now that they do a whole dance along with it, because you could learn the dance and the song, perform it at karaoke night, and everyone would think you were cool. And to directly answer my many questions about the necklaces, yes, it was a marketing ploy. They had those necklaces for sale, and that's why they show them so much. Thank you for answering my question. Well, thank you all so much for watching episode 2. Please donate to my GoFundMe and tune in next Friday for episode 3.